Welcome, YouTube. Hello. I had to unmute things. Sorry, it was a little quiet just for a second. Anyways, hey, so we're doing another Poke Talk episode. This time we're in not Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet. We've been doing these in Sword and Shield. I'm mixing things up a bit. So we're also going to go to Area 0 and do some shiny hunting there. Because I want to try to finish off the Paradox Pokemon that I've got left in Violet. I am joined with Nintendo. Hello, Nintendo. His channel is pinned, of course, top comment. It's also in the description of the video. If you guys have questions for him or me, as always, feel free to ask, and we will answer them as quickly as we can. Anything related to the topic at hand. So, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to just chill, do some shiny hunting. So, while I start getting prepared here, I might not have chat up all the time because I've got to look at recipes. But, Nintendo, why don't you tell us about your channel and what you do? Oh, I need to save. Oops.
Okay. Gotta make sure to save.
Yeah, I do have to make sure to save.
Anyway, hey. Yep, that's true, otherwise you might get fudged.
I just want to scam the herba is the only reason I need to just save. But anyways, yeah, tell us what do you do over on your channel? What type of games do you play?
I play just about every genre of gaming from the PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, and the PC recently with both Xbox and PC. I mostly just do Let's Plays like from like Sugar Conroy, Mark Blyer, those type of people. I just sit back, relax, and talk by myself because I'm so lonely.
Sometimes it do be hard to do content. So, what are you currently doing on your channel? Like, what are the Let's Plays that you've been going on about, or what are I guess?
Right now, I am getting Pikmin 3 ready for as the next Let's Play. After Pikmin 2 is instantly done, the next day it'll be Pikmin 3. Since I'm doing a Pikmin marathon up to Pikmin 4.
Are you?
And I have a I also have a vote going on in my polls for a spooky game for October, because since October is coming up in 2 days.
Yeah, October will be here before you know it. That is for sure. I have recently been doing a lot of spooky games. I should have put these cucumbers on first, but whatever. And I was going to do one more spooky game, and then I decided not to. And instead play Vampire Survivor, which first time playing it was yesterday, and I'm like, nope. I don't think I got it, but we'll see. But also I didn't need the bread. But I'm like super omega addicted to the game. And it's been out for a bit. Although it's not really a spooky game, it's more of just a really fun game. So let me see if I can get these powers here. I might not have.
Just scream like Goku. There you go.
I have a history of messing things up at like the very last end of it. I should have done the cucumbers and stuff first, but we'll see. We'll see. So all right, I guess we can kind of yeah. All right, I need to save scum. This is why I save scum. So, are you big? Have you played Scarlet and Violet, I should say?
Yes, I originally did a Let's Play of it, but I ended up wildly canceling it.
Oh, how come you ended up canceling? Were you not enjoying it? Or?
It was because of a very bad burnout I was having with Pokemon in general.
Ah, that does happen at times. It does happen.
Yep. The burnout got so bad that franchise-wise, Pokemon's my 6th favorite game franchise.
Yeah. That can happen. Like I said, I actually love Pokemon as much as I like to trash on them for dumb things. They a special place in my heart. I also feel like I would get burnt out, but I mix up my games pretty big, like pretty much, and just because of the amount of like different like ROM hacks and stuff that I play, it kind of helps me with some of that. So there is that. I know you want to get the Paradox one, but there's a really easy time to getting a shiny. There's a spot for it. Yeah, I know there's a shiny. I just don't feel like using it. I just feel like walking around and looking to see what I can get. I'll probably get the same, like, shiny Pokemon I'll, like, forever always get, and it's, you know, not going to do me any good.
It's about exploring.
Yeah, sometimes it's just nice to, you know? We're about to see if this recipe lied to me. So,
yeah, just go explore and see what you'll find.
So are you recovering still from Pokemon burnout?
At
this point, Nintendo, or?
Probably at this point, yes. I'm still recovering from it.
So you don't want a shiny T-Tar? I actually do need to get a shiny T-Tar. That's on my list. But I'll get it. I mean, there's only like a couple spaces that you can get it.
I mean, question, which T-Tar are we talking about?
Probably Paradox T-Tar. If I have to take a guess. So, seeing as how we are in there, I do need it. I need, so for my list of shinies here, I've got Iron Hands I need to get, which is what I'm working on getting now. There's T-Tar, which is why I used Electric, so I can go kind of back. I can try to get both of them at once. There's... Is that it? I might just be missing those two. I have to look at my list. Oh, you meant regular? Oh, I've already got a regular shiny T-Tar. So, I'm good on that front. Electric, Tidal, Encounter. Sweet. So that means you never got to experience... So how far did you get when you were playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Did you, like...
The farthest I've gone in Pokemon Scarlet was the 6th gym leader. That's where I last played it.
Do you think you'll ever pick it back up or anything like that?
We'll see. That's all I can say is we'll see if the burnout's still there or not.
Time will tell type of deal. I should...
Yep, time will tell.
Cave. I can't remember what like half of these shinies look like. It's been a very, very long time since I've played this game. But yeah, I had fun with this game. It was a nice little treat for the time being, like for what it was. You know, it's got some issues. Area 0 kind of flawless though, so I don't have to worry about that, which is always nice.
Yeah.
So you never got... I'm assuming at this point you've seen like the story, right? Like...
Yeah, I've seen basically most of the story. Yeah, glad there's being a Tyranitar, except he's all mecha and looks boring to look at.
Are you a fan of the Paradox forms? Because I know a lot of people are very divisive on it.
So with me, I prefer the futuristic Pokemon because they actually look different. The Violet Paradox Pokemon, they just look like they just replaced their skin with metal.
Okay, so you prefer the past ones then? Because the future ones are the ones... The future ones are the ones that are in this game where they are essentially metal, which I can totally get. I can totally get people not liking the future ones.
Yeah, because when you look at Tyranitar here, for example, it doesn't even look like they changed it that much. It just replaced its metal body. Oh, look at that. There's that shiny one.
There you go.
It's really small.
That was quick.
So Nintendo guy somehow brings good luck.
Yeah. What do I want to catch you in? Premier Ball? Luxury Ball?
It was capturing the Master Ball.
I could, but I feel like that's a waste of a Master Ball. The shiny luck is starting strong. I might have missed that because I was sitting there looking around. I have only one Pokemon. I need to actually be very careful here.
I hope you do realize you used a Luxury Ball and not a Quick Ball first.
Yeah, I always try to catch stuff like without the like. I try to normally catch stuff not in Quick Balls at the beginning, just to see. But no, I didn't. Quick Ball, no false swap user. No, I didn't go to home and move everything over that I needed to, because I was running a little bit behind at work. So we're doing it the old-fashioned way. Also, for those that don't know, I don't know if you know this either, Nintendo. You can actually tell if you've got the Living Dex if it's going to catch or not, because you always critical capture, yeah. We can still be fine.
Yeah, I realized if the Pokemon makes like one little shake and then that's a crit catch.
Yeah, you gotta have the Pokedex done though for it to actually go through like that. But yeah, I've got it, so good thing I got a bulky Dragonite. After we do this one shiny hunt, like after this 30 minutes runs out, I will I'll move over my false swappers and my spores. So, and be prepared. Be super prepared. Although we'll probably only do like 2 hunts. Because like I said, I'm still recovering.
Be prepared.
Iron Valiant are pretty good. Iron Thorns because you don't make Godzilla. I like Iron Valiant because it looks actually different. I really like Iron Valiant. I also like oh, there we go. I also like I can't remember what it is. It's Volcarona's future form. I can't remember its name because I'm like really terrible and I make stupid names for him anyways. So there's that. Let me just
Sounds like something here from Shooter Conroy.
yeah. Iron Moth. That is what it is. I don't know why I can't remember like half these names. Hyper Potion, that'll be fun. Which is a lame name. Yeah. I feel like some of their names are kind of lame to begin with. Alright, well I'm going in Area 0 now. We're in the cave.
I'm so curious what Paradox Entei is going to look like.
It's going to be butchered. Don't worry. Don't you worry. It will be butchered. I don't like Iron Moth, but Slitherwing. I actually am not a fan of Slitherwing. I'll die on my hill. He looks weird. Very, very weird. Alright, I also gotta remember what Shiny Hariyama looks like. I think it's like his legs aren't... Oh, no, you were just not active. I'm sure I'll notice it when I see it, probably. I think he's like, his legs are like not a huge thing. Or like, it's just silver or something. I really don't remember.
If you look closely, you can see that some of them are different sizes.
Some of them are different sizes. So that was one thing they did put back in this game is different size Pokemon. Doesn't help with shiny hunting though. The biggest trolls get is shiny since most of them just sleep. Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it is their like ball area, like their ball joints. I could be wrong, and I probably should look up a picture of it. But I'm really lazy, and it'd be funnier if I just didn't, I guess. But so Nintendo, do you do a bunch of have you done a bunch of shiny hunting like ever, or do you normally just play through the main games and call it there?
I just basically do that. Just play for the main games a good few amount of times, like replayability.
Nice, nice.
The only time I ever bothered shiny hunting was during a shiny Pokemon giveaway with Pokemon Shield.
Oh, nice. Were you the one doing the giveaway, or was it just like...
A friend of mine helped me get the shiny Pokemon ready for the giveaway.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's always nice. I've done one giveaway at one point in time, and that was it. Because I had spent way too many hours in this game. Way too many for shiny hunting, so I had a bunch of dupes. I was like, I'll give them away. The problem with most future mods, they're under designed, and the problem when they pass on is they're over designed. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree. So, well, Nintendo, let me ask you a question here. What's your favorite Pokemon game? If you had to pick one game.
Alright. Which one are we talking about? Mainline or side games?
We'll do mainline. We'll do mainline.
Pokemon Ruby.
Ooh. Not Emerald? I'm surprised.
Believe it or not Emerald.
Ooh. I feel like that's a very spicy
Even though that's the definitive edition.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like that's a very spicy take for it. A very, very spicy take.
Why? Because Groudon gets Son of the Sun?
No, just because I feel like most people would pick Emerald. I assume Groudon is going to be your favorite legendary then.
Pretty much, yes. Groudon's pretty much been my favorite.
So what you're saying is you want a primal Groudon, not a primal Groudon, but like them to Groudonify one of these Paradox mods, right?
Yep.
Shiny Iron, Silver Hair. Okay. What about Hariyama? What about Big Man?
I say Groudon will probably destroy Hariyama.
Think so?
The Paradox Sword.
You think so?
And Hariyama is the electric type.
He is an electric type. I mean, Groudon would probably destroy him. But I'll say this about my good old buddy Iron Hands. He pulls his weight in raids. Did you do any of the raids in Scarlet and Violet at all?
If we're talking about,
Well, I guess you wouldn't have because you
events,
haven't.
I have not done it.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you haven't gotten past the
Yeah, I
sixth
haven't
gym,
even
so
beaten the games yet.
you haven't had a chance to like experience the real like fun raids where it's just take Iron Hands. Well, I guess more it's like take Annihilate nowadays, but for the longest time it used to be just take Iron Hands and go to town from it. So
You're gonna get these hands, boy.
yeah, I mean that's kind of what was happening with it. So we were talking about it a little bit. You've been playing Tears of the Kingdom. Have you beaten Tears of the Kingdom yet?
Oh god, no, that game is so big.
Are you gonna try to perfect it? Like, are you gonna try to 100% it?
No, I'm not gonna bother with 100% all those dynamic Deku scrubs.
You didn't like the addition of extra Deku scrubs?
I mean, not Deku scrubs,
Or Korok seeds? Yeah.
Yeah, Korok seeds.
I don't. You said Deku. That made me think of Deku. So I, like I said, I would probably like to. It's just such a big game. So where are you at? Like, what's your status report for? Like, how many temples have you done?
I've done every single temple.
Okay. Which one's been your favorite one?
I would say I kind of really like the water temple the most.
Interesting. You know, every time I've talked to someone about Tears of the Kingdom, every person's answer is completely different, which is always very unique. You're not shiny.
Is that a Haruyama stuck in the wall?
Yeah, dude, game runs flawlessly, no issues. Sometimes there's just a little bit of a Haruyama in a wall. Croc missions. Now there's just 100 missions where you get 2 seeds. Yeah. The game is great though. I really enjoy Tears of the Kingdom. I think out of all the temples, like if we're just talking temples that I enjoy for it, probably the Lightning Temple, the Gerudo one, I think is my favorite one. Just from like a design's perspective. My favorite boss though is the Wind boss. I think that one is probably one of the cooler bosses they've got. Even though it's probably the easiest boss, Tears of the Kingdom is based. Tears of the Kingdom is very much so based. Like I said, I had a lot of fun in my playthrough with it. A lot of fun. I can't wait for DLC to come to that game and be phenomenal. And hopefully they fix some of the like tie-ins that a lot of people had complaints with. Speaking of complaints, there is a complaint. What did you think about the new like champion abilities? Even though they're not really champion abilities, they're sage's abilities. What did you think of them? Did you like them? Like the Riju.
I would say they're in between. I would say they're in between useful and pretty dang useless.
Yeah, you a fan of like the newer ones, or would you like? Did you play Breath of the Wild?
I have played Breath of the Wild. I even 100% every single dang shrine.
I do the same for Breath of the Wild. So do you like the champion's ability better than the new like sage's abilities, or would you say?
Yes, I much prefer champions.
I agree. I think that is one thing that it did better. Breath of the Wild did better. Was the abilities. That's probably the only thing I could say that about at this point, because that's the only thing that comes to my mind. So, what are you? If you've done your temples, are you? I'm assuming. Do what?
I was just gonna say that's because when you really have both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom side by side, you can really tell there's not much difference between the two, since most of them just do like the same thing.
I feel like they do. I would argue the opposite of that is they do very much different things in a way. It's just they're all not as useful,
Right.
and they're also way more annoying to access. So many Iron Hands coming out of the blue. That is the name of the game, Orty. We've already gotten one shiny down. We're just trying to finish off the electric boy. Man's got a blue head. But yeah, a prime example, for instance, is Rivali's Gale and Tulin's. They both do very much similar things, but also very different. One is also, vertical as opposed to horizontal. My biggest complaint, though, is from where you'll go around trying to do something, and it's hard to get, like, Riju's power, for instance. I feel like she's got a very strong power, maybe even stronger than Urbosa's. But you have to, like, track her down specifically to use her power. As in, like, find her where she's fighting, press A, then you know, shoot the arrow and stuff like that. Which is what, to me, makes the sages just not as fun to use as the champions. If you're just acting at will like you were the champions, I would like them. That's why Tulin's the best, yeah. I do think Tulin's ability is the best, for sure. So, I guess we can talk about that. What sage is your favorite to use at this point? Or which is your favorite, like, power that they've got?
I would say the Goron.
Oh, really? Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah,
I feel like everybody hates on...
Coming through.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like everyone hates on Yunobo. Myself included. I'm not a big Yunobo fan. I haven't been a Yunobo fan even since Breath of the Wild. But...
Plows everything that gets in his way.
Yeah, I mean, he does. The other thing is he attacks really slow. And I'm more of like, I need to go fast. I need to, like, super speed.
I think that's, like, an understanding because Gorons are meant to be, like, a heavyweight, they're not a fast thing.
You say that, however...
Look at Snorlax.
Majora's Mask argues the opposite. I got distracted there because there's another Iron Hands in the wall. But it very much so is different for, like, them. So, I don't know. I just feel like he's very, very slow. Also, I've never just been a big fan of Yunobo. Like, Breath of the Wild, he didn't leave me with a good impression. Tears of the Kingdom, he didn't leave me with a good impression. He's just all over the place for me. His ability is pretty dang good.
The kingdoms at the beginning.
Yeah. I never really used his Yunobo's ability too much. Because his was also the last temple I did, so... Believe it or not. What order did you go to through the temples? Do you know?
I did wind, fire, water, and lightning.
Nice. I did... I'm trying to think. I think mine, there's another Iron Hand stuck in the wall. Probably not shiny, though. Mine was wind. I think mine was wind, lightning, water, and then fire. I think is the order we did. Yeah, his fist attack's the slowest, but he's also the fastest. Well, he's not the fastest in the water. But he, like, spins real quick. That's what I was talking about, speed. He's very quick. Yunobo walks very slow.
Actually, did you know that in the beta or during development, he was originally going to have a hammer instead of using his fist?
What, in Majora's Mask, the
Goron
Goron Link?
Yeah, Majora's Mask. Yeah.
I think actually I did know that. I typically watch like a bunch of like Zelda stuff. I get like on a Zelda kick occasionally, and I'll just go through and watch a bunch of Zelda lore, and just like really dumb things. Like I've been brushing up on like OOT speedrunning things, and trying to like master Hessing, which is hyper extended super slide, where you just use a bomb, slide throughout the entire map. It's really funny, but it's very hard. But I typically stay pretty up to date on some of that stuff. I always find like, especially like the older like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that gets like lost in time if you don't really pay too much attention to it.
Especially Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask is good. So what's your favorite Zelda game? Is it Tears of the Kingdom?
Twilight Princess, actually.
Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is a good one. I've talked plenty of times about wanting to do Twilight Princess on the channel. It's just a really, really long game.
Oh, it's really good.
It is a very good game. It's very long, though, which is one reason why I don't want to do it on the channel. Also, I guarantee I've ran past a shiny.
One of the reasons I hear because it's long. One of the reasons because the tutorial area is just so... takes its time to get through. But once you get to like the actual game, it's actually like a sweet chef's kiss.
Oh, here you go. I'm going to save. Go away, please. Just in case. Anyways,
now
nice.
They're inside you.
Luxury ball? Luxury ball. But yeah, while I'm sitting over here catching this, and that way I can reset. Good stuff. I think my favorite, I go between OOT and Tears of the Kingdom. It used to be OOT and Breath of the Wild. Like, we're up there, but at the same time, like, Tears of the Kingdom is it just does everything so much better than Breath of the Wild, with the exception of the abilities, in my mind. The the like maps themselves are just so much cleaner. I like the zone eye stuff. All of like Link's like abilities are just straight up better than what they were in, you know, Breath of the Wild. Instead of Magnesis, you've got Ultran, which just lets you do everything. Also, just the amount of like creativity the game has is just so fun. Like,
and a bunch of weird stuff people can do.
There is. Have you done anything weird at
Not
all?
yet, to my knowledge.
I was going to try to make like a mecha, and I didn't. So there's that. I've got 30 minutes here. Let me. How long do I've got? I've got 10 minutes. I'll just chill down here and see if I can get an extra Iron Hands. But
Look at these hands, boy.
the hands were coming. They are coming. Good old Iron Hands. But yeah, I have a hard time figuring out like what my like ocarina, like my tier list thing is. Alongside it's fire against ice stalactites, destroys Talus, and especially against ice Talus. Yeah, I never really had that much of an issue with Talus because I loaded up on bombs. I am very much so bomb heavy when it comes to that. So I'm assuming you use bombs a lot. Did you use bombs a lot in Tears of the Kingdom?
Yep.
Did you kill yourself with bombs yet?
To see some Michael Bay explosion. To my knowledge, no.
Oh, I've done it so many times. Well, most of my deaths in the game were from rubies specifically. I killed a lot with rubies. And I mean a lot. The first part of the game when you first get access to the ruby, I was like, I want to check in and see how, like, see why this is not, like, why use this instead of, you know, just some, like, actual bomb. And, boy, I think I killed myself probably at least 20 times with the rubies throughout my entire playthrough. Doing extremely dumb things that I most certainly did not need to do. But yeah, just a testament to how good the game is. Like, it's one of the few streams that I was, like, able to stream for, like, a very long extended time. Because most of the time I get tired pretty easily, especially after, like, working a long day. So I'll, kind of rotate out and normally only do like kind of shorter streams, like 3 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. My final Tears of the Kingdom stream was 8 hours, just because I wanted to finish the game as well, and it was phenomenal. So are you at the Ganondorf stuff yet? Like, have you done any of that with the game, or like where? I'm trying to get a gauge of where.
Right now, I'm just basically exploring, enjoying my time in the game.
Nice. Also, second shiny Iron Hands. I'm just gonna quick wall actually. So there we go. Had to get me a drink of water. So, Nintendo, are you a Hydro Homie? By chance, do you know what a Hydro Homie is? Oh, he's getting to catch people off guard. What do you think a Hydro Homie is?
Probably has something to do with water.
It is. It means you drink water. You're a water homie. You drink a lot of water. So I was just curious if you're a Hydro homie or not. I know a guy that played Tears of the Kingdom that didn't know you could attach monster parts to weapons, so he's running around with sticks that have stones attached to him. Monster parts are very good to attach to weapons. Very good.
Stick and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me.
My favorite weapon was actually the dragon horns to attach to stuff. Even though it's definitely not the best, it's just really fun to do. You can also attach like Lizalfo tails, and it gives your weapon like a little bit of a whip reach, which is really nice to do.
And then there's the freaking glue pans.
So, alright, I'll tell you a story about Gloom Hands. It's on the stream playthrough. I got wrecked by those. The first time I encountered them, because I played like some of it off screen, to try to like get the shrines and stuff like that, because I wanted mainly the stream stuff to be kind of the story content. So when I first encountered the first set of Gloom Hands that I saw, I was freaked out because I had no idea how to counter them, like, at all. You can't kill one at a time. You got to kill them all at the same time, or close to it, or else they just respawn. They do a lot. They do a lot of fun stuff. Then, you know, you got good old Phantom Ganon, which when you have like 5 hearts, he kind of just one-shots you. Bombs, you want them? Yeah. Now I know the strategy is just bomb them to death. And it works. True story though. I still have yet to kill a Gleeok in Tears of the Kingdom. I could very easily. I'm pretty sure at this point in time.
I just did.
I ran into one and tried to fight it, and then it was like really early on in the game where I really should not have been trying to fight it, and it did not work. I'm sure now it would be such an easy
To
thing.
be on a bridge.
Yes, actually, it was the Flame Gleeok on the Bridge of Hylia, and it wrecked me. I'll say it. I shouldn't have been trying to fight it with nothing. Had no idea. Didn't even. I had still like Boku bows, so my bows were like really bad. It was just a mess all the way around. All the way around. But you know what? I learned from it, and then just didn't fight me again. I am curious. I don't know. Have you killed a Gleeok yet?
I have killed the fire one.
Have you killed a Lano yet?
First time. Yes, it was actually in the cat underground.
Nice, nice. Do you know if the Lionels are stronger, like their weapon parts? Is it stronger than the Gleeok? Because I'm assuming the Gleeok drops parts you can attach, like everything else.
Yeah, you can.
Do you know if it's stronger than the Lionel horn and the Lionel like scimitar deal?
I would need to look at that when I stream tomorrow.
I'd be curious to see if it is. I feel like Lionels will still be stronger, but obviously I don't know because I've never killed the Gleeok. The Gloom King Gleeok.
Just don't want this one to come near a Lionel, especially a freaking silver or gold one.
Oh, I do. I went and fought a Lionel when I really shouldn't have. I ran upon it, and I beat it using my Breath of the Wild skills of dodging like a boss. And you know, then I had a weapon that I was like, all right, I need to dupe this. You need to kill the Gloom King Gleeok underneath the Zonai ruins of the north of Deku Forest. Go for its increase damage with 30, but the elemental silver Lionel on is 50. Yeah, it dealing elemental's pretty nice though. I don't think I've fought the Gloom King Gleeok. I've seen King Gleeoks, unless that's what you're talking about. I didn't try to fight it though. I feel like it is north of the forest, so maybe that is what you were talking about. I noped out of it. I did like also the underground having the like overworld bosses, like or become overworld bosses, like Caligula and Mothra, and all them. So which one of the bosses was your favorite, Nintendo?
I'll say Goma was my biggest surprise to see her again.
Yeah, there's always a Goma. There is always a Goma. Always, except in Breath of the Wild.
Because out of the four, technically 5 bosses, Goma's like the only returning boss fight besides the 3-headed rip-off dragon.
Well, Gleeok and Lionel's they've been in games before, obviously, with Zelda 1 and 2, and Oracle of Ages.
They're more like overworld enemies.
Skunk with all the heads, Gloom Cling Gleeok that also deals gloom damage. That sounds awful. I haven't fought that one, but I need to find it. Although I had the Gleeok cheese, which is just like the platform that I can just, ascend through and shoot it and get bullet time constantly, and hide behind. So I do have the cheese for it, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal probably at this point. Unless the gloom like breaks through it, but I'm glad Goma gets it. Like Goma is probably one of the most returning. Actually, Goma might be the most returning like actual boss.
Yeah, I was just really surprised to see her again.
Well, like I said,
like the last game I remember her. I want to say it's either Twilight Princess. I think it was the last time she was in the game.
I think she's in Skyward Sword. I could be wrong. I would have to Google it. But I know she was in Twilight Princess for sure. I don't think she was in Link Between Worlds. I don't know. I normally I don't pay too much attention to the bosses. I just beat them. I just punch them with Link. Link's mighty hands. Just like these hands.
Or does he just stick?
Oh. I'll have to look at and see what Pokemon
It's
I've
so-
got left after this.
I find it so peculiar how Deku Stick can just almost two-shot all the 3 bosses in Ocarina of Time.
I mean, you know why, right? The damage value of it's the same as
The what?
the damage value of the weapon is the same as like Master Sword. Like Master Sword Jump Slash.
So the Deku Stick can rival the Master Sword.
It actually can. The only reason
You
you
will
see
need a
like
Master Sword.
the reason you see it do so much damage is a thing called Power Crouch Stab. Also 3 shiny Iron Hands. Is a thing called Power Crouch Stab, where your your crouch stab does the same damage as your last attack, and has the same properties of it. So you jump slash, and then every one of your crouch stabs now have jump slash damage. So it's amazing. Master Jump Sword Jump Slash is the same as Big Goron, yeah. You also can make the Big Goron sword work like a hammer in that game if you know what you're doing. Which is also really funny.
Power of glitches.
Yeah, well, OOT is known to be probably the most buggiest game of all times with how mechanics work. It's really... You can do some
Actually,
really dumb things in OOT. Really dumb things.
Actually, I have the gold cartridge of Ocarina of Time.
I wish I would have kept my stuff like that from childhood, like my N64, a
No,
lot
this
of
is
that
not from
stuff.
childhood. I never had the N64 as a child.
I did. That was the very first console my parents got me. Forgetting about Red and Blue again. I
My
think
first one was
OOT is
the
more buggier
NES.
than Red and Blue. That's how, like, buggy it is. I know
Was
Red
the
and Blue's
first
buggy.
3D Zelda game.
But OOT is also very buggy. Oh, did my thing run out? It did run out. Cool. Let me take a look at these little...
And it's
little
easy to, and Red and Blue is so easy to break the Nuzlocke.
Well, Red and Blue are made in spaghetti code. Fighting, electric... okay, sweet. I got 2. I can learn 2 of these different boys.
Out of curiosity, do you know about the mac and cheese commercial for the original Pokemon?
I do. I was alive back then. You won't fool me with your shenanigans.
I never saw that as a kid, but when I first saw it with my own eyes, I was just laughing my butt off.
The, yeah, there was that. I remember the very first original Pokemon trailer that got aired in the U.S.
Those poor Pokemon were killed on that innocent day.
when they get stuffed into a train. I'm gonna save the...
Technically a boss.
I guess it is a bus, not a train. I should probably clean these boxes up, but I really don't feel like it. I'll just wait.
How to capture a Pokemon, put them in a bus and put them in a smasher.
That is what happened, but yeah, yeah, I don't know. Actually, the thing in OOT is you do run into a bug. Magic isn't programmed correctly in those games. Where enemies drop magic, it should do something different, and it doesn't do it. Like, there should be just magic drops from enemies, and they don't work correctly. So you'll always encounter some magic bug in there. I'd have to look up exactly what it is, but OOT does have a bug that is continuous. Home.
I actually got the infinite sword attack, which happened
ISG?
once.
We ISGing up here? ISG's great. I didn't realize that was a thing you can do, and then I realized it was. And then it's like, oh. Alright, let me go to home real quick.
Now you just simply walk through like it's nothing.
Oh. Yeah, it's great. But both OT and like Red and Blue, just like really good games from childhood, especially because back then it's like when you play a game, you play it to death. Like,
Though probably nowadays Red and Blue are pretty much outdated.
people still love them. I still enjoy playing through them occasionally.
True, people still love him, but I won't lie, it's definitely not as good as it used to be. Especially towards first timers who don't know about the special and physical.
That's great. That's why you surprise them. People that don't know Fizz Special Split, and you're like, well, bam, here you go. Enjoy.
Here,
So-
now you have a Gengar that can't learn.
Can't learn anything,
Now you have a
essentially.
Gengar.
Well, I mean, I guess it still learns things. It's just a very different top of learning things.
Wasn't the only ghost type attack Lick
Not Shade.
and Nightshade?
Yeah. Let me go to you. They actually, I'm looking to see what Pokemon I need here. We probably don't have time for another hunt because my throat's starting to hurt, but we can mess around here and look.
Well, maybe it might be the Magikarp.
Good old Magikarp. I do have a bunch of shiny Magikarps.
Who doesn't?
They gave a bunch away for Sword and Shield. Oh, I need Iron Moth. I need 2, and they're different types. Which one do I want to do? Do I actually have Iron Jugulus shiny? I might have it shiny. I need to look and see which ones of these I've gotten. I've gotten so many that it's wild. Because I think I got all the flying top shiny. I'm pretty sure I did, actually.
Pokemon
I only need Iron
Diamond,
Ball.
Shiny Pearl, Ruby, Eggs.
BDSP? BDSP are great games. Did you do any of the super fun, like, super glitches in that game? Get out of here.
No, not really. I prefer just the old take my time, do I want, even though I never beat it.
You never beaten BDSP or Diamond and Pearl?
Nope.
Really?
The originals, of course, but I never finished the remakes.
Oh, well, that's totally fine. That totally works, because the remakes are not very good. I could just filter this better, but I'm lazy. So, we're gonna do it this way.
I feel like it's also how both the remake and the Legends kind of really just stab at no specialty for the stars. The OG stars.
Yeah. Subhon, hello. Hello. I'd also say bugs are more forgiving in OOT because it's way bigger and more complex than Red and Blue. Yeah, like I said, I don't fault OOT for being a buggy mess. I think it's hilarious. But it is buggy. It is very buggy.
Plus the missing note, which is very helpful.
I forgot I was coming in here for a reason. I need to go all the way down. Can I join the hunt? I mean, at this point, we probably don't have enough time for another hunt because my throat's hurting. But I'm getting things ready in case I do decide to hunt. We did get a bunch of shinies, though. Iron Jugulus, Iron Jugulus. Where you be? Okay, so I do get one. Gil's already found like 4 shinies. I have already found 4 shinies. Do I? You know what? We'll try one more hunt. We'll try to get good old Mothra over here, Iron Moth. So I probably at this point, who do I want to bring with me? I could bring Iron Valiant. Do I have False Sloth? I do not. Could bring
a shiny Magikarp.
Could bring a shiny Magikarp. I could bring a shiny Magikarp. That is something I totally could do. I could bring a lot of things at this point.
There's a lot of Spectinos.
I could. What do I want to bring for this?
Did you hear that Tyranitar is in Yu now?
Oh, really? That actually surprised me.
Yep, it's in Yu.
I can't go for that. I didn't finish it back to home. I'm surprised. Did they say? I'm sure they did say why. Was it like? Did you read the reasoning for it? By chance?
I just found from my friend that. No, I just found from a friend that one of my favorite pseudo legendaries is now in underuse, which is quite something for a pseudo legendary.
Well, I'm sure that stuff will probably change with some of the stuff kind of coming out and trying to figure out. Is my cloth?
If I were to probably guess. If I were to guess, one of the reasons is probably because Pursuit is no longer in the mainline games.
I mean, I don't really know if T-Tar really ran Pursuit a whole lot, but maybe he did.
Oh, he did. Just look at False Swipe Gaming. There you go.
Alright, let's go ahead and do Saraledge. And so it saves. But yeah, I've got... there's the 4 shinies I got right in the row. You have a shiny Charcadet? I have a shiny Charcadet, I have a shiny Armarouge, and a shiny Saraledge. Pursuit is a great move. Pursuit is a good move.
That burns.
Man, they've updated... Do I want to trade it for a shiny Skiddo? Alright, Subhan, let me show you something real quick. You have triggered me subconsciously. As soon as home will save, that is. Yeah, we definitely don't have time for another hunt. But, let me show you something.
Is Skiddo your favorite?
Oh, I love Skiddo so much. So much.
Even though it sucks.
And I don't want to trade, by the way. Shiny, the Charcadet line is very hard to hunt because it's very hard to see.
Charizard's better than Skiddo.
Charizard sucks. It's an anti-Charizard here. There's a reason why I have 3 shiny Charmanders, not one of them's a Charizard. I'll fix that at one point in time.
You guys a better shiny.
Home, you okay? An error occurred. Alright. Let me show you something.
It crashed.
It didn't crash. Home just said no and gave me a big middle finger. Is what happened. I can't find a trade for it. I wouldn't trade anything I don't have dupes of to begin with. There's a spot you can actually go to. If home loads up quick enough, I'll show you the spot where you can hunt it. Where it only spawns shiny Charcadet. Do what?
It's because Gale's a shiny hogger.
I have a 500. I looked earlier. Before I did today's hunt, I had 598 shinies. And that's not including the 2 that were already in, like, Scarlet and Violet. Alright, home, I guess you just...
Oh, I already saw those Sprigatos.
Well, there's only one shiny Sprigatito now. The other ones are shiny Meowscarada and it's pre-evolution. I aim to get a shiny Living Dex at one point in time. And I'm just lazy. But let me show this off here. Let me just show this off. So there's a spot where Charcadet only spawns, and it spawns a lot. I'll show it to you. If I remember where it is. Maybe home is updating? Nah, home's not updating. It does have an update coming for next month. It's just home, since they've added Scarlet and Violet, home is very buggy. Good old, what are they called? People that, you know, made Pokemon home. I can't think of their name. Anyways, such great game developers. Said only me. Just then, sarcastically. Very sarcastically at that. List view, sort.
Now, if only Game Freak will stop doing yearly Pokemon games, because that's starting to feel really burned out.
They won't do that. Pokemon Company International won't let them do that.
Okay, let them end up like the Millennium Era Godzilla.
Alright, so to show this off here, Skiddo.
Eventually, everybody's gonna get burned out by Pokemon.
I don't think I would get burned out, and I'll play it quite often. So I've got 3 shiny Skiddos here, right?
Yes, and they all look boring.
Well, they stand out. I actually don't hate Skiddos thing because it stands out at least. Go-Goat.
I'm just a troll.
I also have 3 shiny Go-Goats. I've gotten all these randomly. They have all been random spawns.
They make Tauros look beautiful.
Yeah, I actually wanted to shiny Tauros. It's just you can't notice it, so I really don't feel like hunting it. Or at least Paldean Tauros. Let me see if I can remember where you can find the infinite shiny Charcadets. You need to make a sandwich for it, though. Well, I say infinite shiny Charcadets. It's very hard.
Yes, because it doesn't. Yes, because it's not like someone just pooped diarrhea over a Tauros and there you go.
Well, Paldean Tauros, the only difference is the, like the mane, it's like lighter color or something.
I was referring to the normal Tauros.
The normal Tauros? Normal Tauros does not have a very good color. I also got a shiny Skiddo Subhan has right now randomly. Yeah, so to be fair, some of them did come, like, I think 1 or 2 of the Skiddos came from me doing the pet little hunt. And I think also where the location is right here. You playing within Union Circle? Nah, I'm about to wrap up. I'm just showing you where this is. I used to play with Union Circles a lot with this, but I don't play it as much anymore. Is it? I think it's this spot right here. Where if you... Actually, I can tell you. Let me do this. There's a shiny Skiddo. I want to scream. I want to scream so much.
Because
why?
It sucks.
I swear to God, this Pokemon is like, hey, here you go. Here you go.
You just say you're a fan of Skiddo.
I really am not, though. I love grass types, but Skiddo is on my low end. Oh. Alright, let me save. I'm pretty sure it's right here. So, if you go... and you make... This Jolteon's gonna get, like, really...
Oh, shiny.
Picnic...
Oh, Jolteon just wants to be your friend.
I don't want to be that Jolteon's friend. I like Jolteon, but I don't want to be that one's friend. Alright, so I need...
You all know that Flareon's the better Pokemon.
Alright, red pepper. I need red pepper.
You know Flareon sucks these days.
Flareon
It
has
sucks since
always
forever.
sucked. I hate to tell you, but Flareon has always sucked. It's no these days. I'm gonna just do too salty here.
Rick and Mary Dave, I've never Flareon shall not be able to killing a Mewtwo.
Oh. Good old Flareon,
Flareon.
Flareon never has had his days. Ever. Poor thing. Doesn't help there's not that many good physical
Only they
fire
could-
moves.
If only they would just swap the special, his physical attack with his special, then he'll probably be good.
Yeah, probably. They won't, though. Because then, like, all the evolutions will be special. This is a horrid sandwich, by the way. Don't do it, don't do it.
It looks so beautiful.
Saved. How'd you get salty? Raids. I shiny hunt a lot, so I have a lot of herbs. A lot of herbs. So let me, show you this real quick. And I'm gonna soft reset because I don't want to do a fire hunt. Even though I technically, I guess, could do it. You come here, you make a
Reminds me of that.
sweet herb sandwich. What were you saying, Nintendo?
Reminds me of that one time where I did the one chip challenge.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Horrible.
You're gonna do it again?
Somehow managed to survive a whole hour.
Anyways, Charcadet will start spawning here. My word of advice, knock out this Jolteon and use the camera to look at their eyes, because their eyes are the only difference. You can walk around if you want, but they do spawn here. And they spawn down there.
That was
So,
unless the company took it out.
yeah, Urban Mysticas are just random too. Imagine if you got one. I know, I'm sitting here like, I don't need to shiny hunt. I'm literally just like walking in circles like a moron. But yeah, they always spawn like right here. On this one grass ledge or rock ledge. Only eyes, but still cool. But yeah, if you've got the shrine right here, it's close to West Paldean Sea. Thanks for the spot, yeah. Sorry, I'm late. I have a real good vampire. I had a real good... Saren, you're showing up right as we're leaving here. I got 4 shinies. 5 shinies, sorry. I got another shiny Skiddo to add to my Skiddo collection. But my throat's starting to hurt, so I'm going to end the stream. But I will talk to you about Vampire Survivors later, because I'm very interested to see how your run goes. So, anyways, Nintendo, thank you so much for joining. If you guys
Thank
haven't...
you for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys haven't, please check his channel out up in the top area and in the description. And always, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Reborn. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday, so we've got Reborn. And after that we've got Saturday is moving out with Carrie, and then Sunday is Vampire Survivors with Sweens, I'm pretty sure. Because I changed that to Vampire Survivors. So anyways, I'm heading out of here. Goodbye, everyone. You guys are great. Go make sure to check out Nintendo. Goodbye.